Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to BYO Porsche, where we embrace the journey and chase the dream to Porsche ownership. Today, I've got an unbelievable episode. This is Walt, and this is one of the rarest cars you're ever probably going to see in this garage. A 1974 Porsche 911 Carrera RS. This is a Euro spec car. 478 of these cars were built. So we're going to dive into the car, the rarity of the car, the unique features of the car, and Walt, starting with the headlights. Tell us a little bit about these headlights.
Well, they used them in rally racing back in the day, we'd say late 70s. Guys I talked to about them, they said they're extremely rare lights. And they do work well at night. I mean, they light up everything great. You might see on some Porsches racing in the rally races, they'll have a whole bar of them in the front. They'll have 4 of them, and they might even have them on the roof. But I have seen them like this station too. You don't see them too often, but the people I spoke to did say they're pretty rare.
I've never seen it. So you got to tell me about this color. I know it's original, but what is it called?
That, I don't know. It's got a funky name. I'd have to ask my buddy who painted it, but it is the original color. And how rare it is, I don't know.
Well, Porsche's got all these goofy names, so I wonder if anyone in the audience knows, what is this color? 1974 911 Carrera RS orange. Give us that name and we'll send you something fun. So you took the car from Munich, you brought it here, and then you needed tires, but you had trouble with the tires, and that resulted in having to redo the fenders?
Because it's a 15-inch wheel, it's 11 by 15, the front is 9 by 15.
That's massive.
You know, to find a tire, 17, 18-inch tires, you can get them, but 15-inch was rough, so I had to step it up a little bit on the tire size, and they do fit on this rim with no problem. Nothing's ever the same on these race cars.
But I think that's what makes these older Porsches what they are, is they're so unique. It's not just a car that just rolled off an assembly line. Like, every part of this car had somebody putting it together.
The radiator's in the front, it's got the lines plumbed through, and it goes to 12.5 quarts of oil, dry sump system, and it's all on the passenger side and the rear.
Well, let's check the engine out. 2.7. So what is, give me the story of this. I really don't know much about the engine in the RS.
All right, this one, because it has the red shielding here, fiberglass, this will tell you it's a Carrera engine. You know,
what is the horsepower on this?
This particular one, from what I understand, is, because it's been modified a little bit, 230.
So it's kind of funny, like, you know, this is a 1974, 230 horsepower. The audience listening, you know, they're used to their Hellcats and that 800, 900 horsepower, but what they don't understand is the power to weight ratio. Like, this thing's a rocket, but it's a rocket with, you know, the horsepower is only 230, because what does it weigh again?
From what I understand, my uncle is just around a little more than 900 kilos. 900
kilos, that's a light car.
So
now, one thing I want to spend a little time talking about while we're here is these amazing 2 letters here, RS. Tell everybody a little bit about what signifies the Carrera RS.
Well, the Carrera RS in 74, from what I understand, they built 50 of them, 55 RSRs, and those are factory RS Carreras. You can look by the serial number. I contacted Porsche America. They told me, congratulations, you got an original RS, one of 50. And you know, that was before the internet really got going. So now looking into it and talking to more people, they said, no, you have a Carrera, a European model Carrera, but not one of the 50 original RSs.
But you were saying the only big difference is it doesn't have that really thin glass.
Thin glass, it's a different manufacturer. But other than that, you know, the car is identical, really.
Yeah. You know, one other thing, too, I noticed that you had over here is you had a sticker right here from Magnus Walker. Yeah. Has he seen this car?
He actually seen photos of it, and he autographed them for me. And as people who know him know, he has a collection of cars. And he started years ago when they were still relatively inexpensive.
Well, let's check the interior out. Hey, if all of you are liking this, give us a subscribe by clicking that button right there. And also, while you're at it, there's a little bell up top. Smash that bell so you're notified every time we put up a new video and a new Porsche. Whew, beautiful. The new ones don't sound like that.
No, they don't.
You know, the one thing about these older Porsches is just the simplicity of that. You know, the one thing I was looking at when we were driving is the tack. You know, it's spun. What's the story behind that?
Well, that's when I got it, that's where it was set. And when you're racing, you just red line it straight up and down is the easiest way to see it.
Oh my gosh, that makes perfect sense. That makes a ton of
cars,
sense.
Yeah, a lot of race cars have that.
I have seen it. I just never knew why they did it that way.
I think it's driver preference.
Yeah.
You know, if that's what he wants to see. A lot of them now have lights that are redlining on it, but you know, that's old school.
How did you actually get into racing?
I never did a lot of racing, but
you
my dad
obviously loved racing.
Yeah, my dad, he took me to Lancaster Speedway, and him and a buddy had a 62 Chevy 2, and they took that every Thursday night at the time. And I used to get dragged along. I always loved drag racing, and then I got into IMSA racing during the 80s with the 962 Porsches and the Marches and the Jags. And, you know, I got into it like from my dad. Yeah, he was always a good mechanic. He could fix anything, take anything apart. He just knew how to do it.
And he helped restore this too, right?
Yes, he did. Yeah,
What a memory.
I wish you would have seen it assembled. A week later, he died of a heart attack.
Oh, sorry. At least you had the experience.
Yeah. I've had offers for quite a lot of money already, but I don't know, man. I just can't sell it.
Why? It'll just keep going up. It's just one of those.
You know, it's not even the money. It's
what it means to you.
Yeah. My dad always loved Porsches. He always thought they were phenomenal cars and everything. I always thought they were a little quirky, you know, with them headlights that looked like frog eyes, and they only had a 6-cylinder engine or a 4-cylinder. You know, I was in the V8 muscle car. And then as I got older, all of a sudden I started really appreciating the fun you get out of driving these things. These cars just had a uniqueness about the way they handled. You know, when you want to really experience driving a car, you're driving this car. Feeling the bumps, the road, and the faster you go, it just gets lighter. Sound is awesome. When it hits in that, 6,000 RPM, you hear valve train, you hear motor. You don't hear like this muffler. So when I take it out, I'm more just like concentrating on going through the gears, nice and smooth, and it just has that feel. And to this day, I always tell everybody, this is the most fun car I ever drove. My uncle, who raced Porsches, he had 3 of them. An 88 Carrera, he had this one, and he had a 77 lightweight. Won a Porsche Cup in Southern Germany and took 3rd in overall Germany in the Porsche Cup. In 1996 is when I visited my uncle. They kept it in a building underground in Munich. That's where it was stored for probably a good 15, 16 years. All of a sudden you just hear this elevator coming out of the ground, and here comes these 2 cars covered in dirt, out of the ground slowly. The first time I saw the car. First time I ever seen it. No, my dad would love this. What I'm doing right now, this car, he'd be sitting next to me, ear to ear, Kool-Aid smile. Just, he'd love it. He loved cars. He loved everything to do with them. My dad, he taught me a lot of tricks, and I thank him, and I miss him dearly. This is all for you, Dad. I hope you're up there watching this.
All right, folks, that's a wrap for this episode of BYO Porsche. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, this show is all about embracing the journey and chasing the dream to Porsche ownership. So go out there, chase your dream. And also, if you like this episode, you're going to want to check this one out. The behind the scenes of Porsche.